Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are decorating for fall. It is not feeling like fall outside quite yet, but once we're done today, the inside of our house is definitely going to be cozy and feeling just like fall. I'm so excited to get everything done today. Of course, we're gonna start out by tidying up the main living area. So I want to clean the kitchen, the living room. I also want to take down all of the items that we have on our shelving right now. Go ahead and deep clean those. And then once we're done with that, we are going to do a couple of fall DIYs. These are very simple. And then I also have a delicious recipe. It's gonna be super cozy, perfect for fall time. And of course, we're going to be decorating all around me. So we have a lot to get done today. I am so happy you're here with me today. Let's go ahead and get into it. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. First off, we are starting out by cleaning up just kind of the main living area, and I decided to include our wood wall in this because unfortunately, as much as we love this wood wall, it is just like asking every day, please put things on me, set things on me, make me feel cluttered. And we oblige. So I wanted to get that organized, and then I moved into the living room. Wasn't really terribly messy in here, just a few little stragglers hanging around. So I went ahead and just kind of pulled those extra pieces out, put them away where they went, and then of course went through and fixed the throw pillows. While I was at it, I actually took the throw pillow covers off of a couple of them because those are the ones that I'm going to end up changing out for fall. Also, I wanted to share we did restock a few of the tumblers in just a select few colors, so there's going to be a handful of each one available. I will leave the link to the This Crazy Life tumblers down in the description box. They are amazing, I love them, and I know you will too. So if you're interested in those, definitely grab one now because I don't think we're going to be restocking them for a little while. All right, let me know in the comments. Have you already started decorating for fall, or do you not decorate for fall at all? Do you wait until October or Thanksgiving time? Personally, I love decorating for Christmas time, and I feel like Christmas specifically just goes so incredibly fast. So I like to start decorating for Christmas the first week after Halloween, and that way we just get a little bit extra time with our Christmas decor and kind of feeling all the magic of Christmas. And I also really love decorating for fall. But if I don't start decorating for fall early enough, then it's the same kind of situation. Like we do all this work, decorate for fall, and then we only have like a few weeks to really enjoy it. So I love decorating for fall, like the end of August, a lot of times the beginning of September, which is what I'm doing this time. And I feel like it just gives us enough time to really enjoy the decorations and kind of feel those fall vibes. And I feel like here in Arizona, especially, the outside doesn't really coordinate well with the seasons sometimes. And so I really want to start feeling those fall vibes inside the house since the outside is still like, hey, we're in summer mode. So anyway, that's why we kind of decorate a tad on the early side. But let me know in the comments when you start decorating for the seasons. Last month, we did a giveaway all month long celebrating 6 years here on YouTube, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to do a similar giveaway here during this month. So basically, we are going to have the same rules, except this time I am going to be getting $200 worth of fall goodies that I am loving right now, and I'm going to be shipping that box off to one lucky subscriber. So all you have to do to enter is make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment on all of the videos that I post this month, and you will be entered into that giveaway. And as always, all the information will be down in the description box as well. So good luck. A few weeks ago, I actually shared a video where I went through and tested out a ton of different cleaning products and cleaning tools, and one of them was the Soap Daddy, that little soap dispenser that I just used, and I have loved that a lot. Most of the time, I've been using my Dawn dish spray in that little spray bottle on the left, but sometimes it is nice to just have original traditional soap in a soap dispenser, and this Soap Daddy is awesome because you can just push down the top and it pumps the soap up into your sponge, or you can use it like a regular soap bottle and just squirt it around your sink or wherever you might need it. So I've really been loving the combination of these two things. The new Halloween bloom towels are here. I am so excited for this launch. It's so fun. All the cloths have super playful and fun designs. So fun for fall and Halloween. If you've been here for a while, you know all the things I love about bloom towels. I have been using them for years and years. I love they're very large sized. I love they're so absorbent. They have a little hook that you can hang in your kitchen just for easy access. They are double-sided and they also come in so many different colors and styles and designs. So they not only have their new Halloween launch, but they have a ton of other designs on their website, and my code is working for you guys. So if you want to order yourself some bloom towels and you want to save some money, because when do we not want to save a little money, go ahead and use my code Amanda and the link down below, and you can save yourself, I believe it's 15% off your entire order. All right, so this is kind of random, but I saw this on the Bloom Towels page, and I actually want to do this for all my towels, but for now I'm just going to do it with the new Halloween launch. They were showing us such a cute way to organize your towels, because right now I just have my towels folded like kind of regular, I guess, but then I have to dig through them to see which ones I want. And this way you're just able to see like exactly what towel you're looking for. So I literally haven't tried this yet, so bear with me. So we're gonna start, and then you fold it in thirds down this way. Yep, so they fold it under, fold it in thirds. Maybe this is too much. I'm still not getting 5. Oh, okay. That's where I was messing up. So how I'm doing this is you lay it down with the side that you want out on the bottom. I'm folding it basically right at the bloom towel's tag. You fold it under, then you're gonna fold it in thirds. You wanna start with like a smaller section up here, it looks like. 2, and do fold 5 times. 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna fold it one more time with that side. And honestly, if you wanted, you could literally stop it at this. It would just not be like, you know, a totally great package. But if you wanna go the final way, once you have it folded, then you're going to flip this inside out, and then it becomes like a tight little package that can just sit in your drawer till you're ready to pick it. Oh my gosh, I love that. And voila, you have a beautiful folded towel. And this is kind of what they're looking like. How cute. I love that. Now that everything is nice and cleaned up for the most part, I wanted to go ahead and start taking down all of my decor. Now, you might see a few of these pieces actually return up on these shelves later on when I start decorating for fall. However, this is one of my tips for, especially if you're like me and you kind of reuse your decor year after year and even season after season. I like to take everything down, and that way it doesn't just immediately go back in the same spot, and it ends up making everything feel very fresh and new, and it just helps kind of keep things from feeling a bit stale, especially when you're transitioning from season to season. But this is actually like one of my least favorite parts of decorating for each season is pulling all that decor down, because it always gives me like this icky feeling. It always reminds me of moving, and we were a military family for several years and we moved all the time. I think 4 years is the longest that we've ever lived in one place ever since Kyle and I got married. And so every time we take down our decor, it just always reminds us of moving, and it makes me want to immediately put everything back because it's just like stressful. Now, with saying that, we do not have any plans to move away from Arizona. However, I will also say I am totally done guessing what's coming in life, because I have just been so shocked at different things that have happened over time that I'm just not even trying to guess like what the future holds anymore. I just kind of roll with it. Whatever happens, happens, and make the best of it. And in the end, things always happen how they're meant to. Wiped on all of the shelves. I'm just using my full circle duster. You can find it on Amazon, and everything that I used today that I can find will be linked down below for you. And then I also went over all the shelves and also my TV with my E-Cloth general purpose cloth, followed by my glass and polishing cloth to dry it. And these cloths are amazing. They leave 0 streaks and they're just incredible. And then I'm also going over my floors with my vacuum, which I just saw the other day is on half off sale again. So I will link that cordless vacuum down below. It's been amazing over the past few years, and I know a lot of you guys have actually ordered it when I've shared that it goes on sale, and I've heard a lot of you guys are loving it too. So definitely check that out if you're in the market for a new vacuum. And then once I got the vacuuming and all that done, I'm just going through with my MVP, my Roborock Diode Pro. This tool is something that saves my floors every single week. I love this guy. Okay, so before we get to actually decorating, I wanted to share those DIYs. So one, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of prep for. I have this sheet of tiles, and you can do a lot of different things with these, but I'm actually gonna make some coasters that you'll be able to remake basically whatever holiday season or season of the year that you want. It's really cool because you can like customize it and then you can continue like reusing them. Then we're going to make a beautiful dish tray, but you could really use this tray for anything. And then I'm also just going to show you some of the prints that I ordered. Some really pretty fall prints that I got from Walgreens, and these are going to go in my existing photo frames or picture frames to go on the shelves. So let's start with the tray because this is going to take the longest to like dry. So for this project, you're going to need 2 of these. I don't know exactly what they're called. I'll try to put it on the screen if I can figure out the exact name, but basically they're just pieces of tile. These are actually a style of marble, but they're like those little ledge pieces. They're so pretty. You can also get this in like a ton of different styles of stone. So whatever color, whatever style you're looking for, you can really customize it that way. But you need 2 of those. And then you need to pick a top piece for your stone. And then the last thing that you're gonna need is just some liquid nails. This is like kind of seemed more of like a crafty style because it has the lid that you can close it up. It's just like a squeeze tube. You don't need like a big caulk gun or anything like that. So that's what I picked out. I got this idea from the flipped piece. I believe it was her Instagram account that I saw it on. She shared this DIY and I was like, that is so brilliant. Basically, I've just been like using this as a stand, but to add these legs is so cool. So let me show you exactly what we're gonna do. You're going to take your big stone. So this is a piece of marble that I have. You're gonna lay it pretty side down so you have like the rough side facing up. We're going to put these on the edge. You can leave a little lip if you want, and then we're just going to squeeze this right on out. This says that the items can be repositioned for 20 minutes total, and then it takes about 24 hours to cure fully. Press it down, and then I just have a paper towel that I'm gonna go through and like wipe up any excess. And then I'm literally just gonna do the same for this next one. You really just do not need a whole lot. And then place it where I want it. And that is really it. So we had better luck at Lowe's. We did try Home Depot, but our Home Depot at least didn't have like a good selection of tile. So we ended up going to Lowe's and found exactly what I was looking for. All right, this next project, we're gonna work on the coasters. So I actually had gone through, I just found these PNGs or SVGs, I guess, basically these pictures on the Cricut website. So you can also go to Etsy and find, you know, exactly what you're looking for, but these were free and these were plenty of what I needed. So I just basically went in and I resized exactly what I wanted. The tiles are 4x4, so I ended up setting the size to 3.5 for each size. Now I'm just gonna load in my Cricut vinyl into my Cricut machine, have it cut it, and then we'll weed it all and then put it on the tiles. Somebody needs to remind me to not choose these intricate projects. Not that they're difficult, they're just a little bit time consuming when you choose one where you have to like weed out all these little tiny pieces. I just think they're so pretty and then I always forget. And then as soon as I have to start weeding them, I'm like, I should have allotted more time for this because it just takes a little while. But anyway, these projects turned out amazing and they are so worth it. I thought that these were such fun DIYs to do for the seasons. And if you want to, you can actually remove this vinyl after the fall season, add some Christmas vinyl and just keep reusing them. Or you can end up making some for each season and just pull them out that way. But I love how customizable they are. And they're also really quick to make, especially if you choose a little bit less intricate designs. Okay, moving right along, and actually, look, this is all set up. It definitely isn't like cured. It'll have to cure. I think it takes 24 hours, but how cute is this? I can't wait to style this one. Before we get into actually decorating, I wanted to show you the prints that I got for fall. So as usual, I am just using the same picture frames that I already had. So I just have like different variations. I try to kind of get like the same wood tones like this, but kind of different. So this one is semi-matted. It just has glass. So you can kind of put whatever size you want in there. This one is matted from an 11 by 14 to an 8 by 10. This one's just a straight 8 by 10. And then this one is an 11 by 14. So we'll see if I can actually do this, like depending what color it is in the back. So anyway, I ordered these prints off of Etsy. I'll link the ones that I got down below, but you can search whatever your style is and then order whatever prints you want. They're usually like a couple of dollars or less. So this is the first one. It's just like a pretty lake with all the fall trees. And then this one is just kind of like a country road. Has like a little house off in the woods. So pretty. Fall florals. Here I have like a forest of trees with all of the changing leaves. And then I thought this would go so pretty in our kitchen, probably in the 8 by 10, just something a little bit smaller. I don't know, I'll kind of see what I would decide to do with it, but it was just one of those still life photos, but with pumpkins and maybe cranberries or something, I don't know. So pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and put these into the frames and then we'll bring out the fall decor. I've been doing this for at least the last year, if not longer, where I just change out the prints that I'm using for each season. But I love this because, especially on Etsy, you can find tons and tons of different seasonal prints, and they come in so many different styles. So they do have something for everyone. They only cost a couple of dollars to buy the digital download and then get them printed at your local store. And so I just love how budget friendly they are. And they also are something that take like no space to store. Our cats are always so interested in whatever is going on at our house. So as soon as we brought these totes inside, they were all just like sitting on them, smelling them, just needing to investigate the whole situation. But here I'm just starting to pull out all of my decor. If you can tell, I do love pumpkins. They're just super fun to decorate for fall. But as you may notice, a majority of this, like a vast majority of this, is decor that I've had from previous years. So I do love reusing decor each year. And then I just like to freshen it up by adding a couple of new pieces. You can also freshen up your decor by painting items. Like there are just so many ways to change up the existing decor you have. Or if you're shopping at the thrift store, you can also customize that decor as well. Now I actually shared a fall shop with me. I did a mostly window shopping, but I went to a ton of different stores last week and I shared that video right before this one. So I will link that one down below if you want to see kind of what the stores are having out this year. So typically when I start decorating, I feel like I pretty much always start with the shelves. One, because it's like the most daunting area. Like I feel like I struggle the most with the shelves, but also because it's my favorite area to decorate. I love how it looks and it's just gives like the biggest impact. But this year, I think I'm gonna try decorating in the kitchen and like dining room area first. I really don't do a whole lot in here, but I'll kind of show you what I do to kind of continue into fall in the kitchen without it feeling like I'm having to bump into a bunch of pumpkins on the counter. All right, I am the first to admit I really love pretty things. I love decorating our house with, different styles and decor and just making it really homey. However, I am a girl that is always going to be function over beauty, and so I don't want to clutter really functional areas of our home with a ton of things. For example, our table, we love to eat at our table, so I don't want to overdo it and just have to pull everything off every time we want to eat or stop eating at our table because it's filled with a bunch of pumpkins. So I do just some simple things in the kitchen and dining room. For example, I change out the table runner. I also will change out kitchen towels. That's another really simple and easy and affordable and functional way to decorate for fall. I pretty much always just decorate with bloom towels at this point just because they are really absorbent, really functional, but they're also super pretty and versatile. And these ones that you're seeing me fold right here are actually some of the bloom towel collections from previous years. I love these ones and I can't wait to see what they're doing this year. I got this candle from TJ Maxx in that previous fall shopping video that I just talked about. But this I felt was the perfect transition scent from summer to fall. And then I also have this cute little match holder. I think I got this last fall maybe, but we just use it all the time. It's very pretty, but it's also again very functional because then the matches are just right next to whatever candle you're lighting. And then here I'm just swapping out my tray for that new beautiful marble tray that we made. Seriously, you guys have to make this one. It could not be easier and very customizable depending on whatever tile you choose. This picture is one that I picked up from Hobby Lobby and I loved it. I felt like it's honestly one that you could use really all year round, but specifically in fall, it just is so perfect. It has that warm, beautiful copper tone, and it's just a small fall touch that you can add into the kitchen and then fill that with flowers during the season. And I love that cozy warmth that it brings right into the center of the kitchen without being in the way at all. I always love to change out my wreaths for each season, and the one that I made a couple years ago when we first moved in was looking a bit rough. So I found this real dried magnolia wreath from Target, and I could not love it more. I think it's so pretty. I love anything that's natural, and I feel like those pieces are the ones that really stand the test of time and trends, honestly. And I'm not already thinking about new seasons. However, I did think about the longevity of this wreath, and I think it's awesome because you can actually just add in some red berry picks for Christmas. You could add in some florals or something for spring. Like, this is just a very beautiful and versatile wreath that can be customized throughout the seasons. Finally, we are getting to the shelves, and honestly, I struggled this year. I don't know what it was, but I kept standing back and Kyle would walk in and say, "Oh, I really like that." And I was like, there is something just off this year. I don't know what it was. I think I finally got it to where I liked it at the end, but it was just such a struggle getting here. I feel like every year it's kind of one of those, test things out, move things around, shift it until you like it kind of thing. But this year it just was a bit more of a struggle than I've been used to, and I'm not really sure what it was. Maybe it was just the day, something about myself. I'm not really sure what was going on, but it took a while to get to this point. But you guys will have to let me know. Is there anything that you would have done differently on the shelves? Anything that you would have moved around or taken out? I actually think it's so fun that we're able to chat with each other in the comments and give ideas and share tips and things like that, because there are a lot of times where I will get an idea or tip from someone sharing with me in the comments, and I just love that community. Like, it's so cool to me. So I have loved sharing 2 videos a week. I think we've done that now for about 2 months. And I've also been starting to share the shorts here on YouTube and some reels over on Instagram and TikTok and things like that. But I've loved it because it actually allows me to share a lot more because I'm literally sharing double the videos. But with saying that, I am actually going to be decorating different areas of our home for fall over the next few weeks. Like I'm planning to decorate our guest bedroom a little bit, my bedroom, upstairs in the loft area, like just some different spaces in the house. And I'm so excited to share that with you guys. Let me know, what is your favorite season, just in general, what is your favorite season? And also, what is your favorite season to decorate? Every time we get to a new season, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. And I think it's just because I'm ready for that freshen up, I'm ready for that change. But generally speaking, it's like a tie, I think, between fall and Christmas, just because I love those cozy vibes. All right, we are carrying on. I actually have a lot done. Like we only have a few things left to do and then I'll get in the kitchen and start making dinner. We do have a few other areas in the house to decorate. So I still have like some fall decor that I'll be putting up like in our bedroom, just various areas around the house, upstairs, things like that. But I thought it might be really fun because every year I pick up just a few new pieces and then I typically will get rid of a few pieces. And I was wondering if you guys would be interested in doing like a fall decor giveaway, basically with some of my fall decor that I'm going to be getting rid of this year. I don't exactly know which pieces that'll be yet, but I'll know within like the next week or two. If you guys are interested in doing that, let me know in the comments and maybe in the next video or something, we can set up the giveaway for that. For summer this year, I decorated our coffee table with this big tray and I added in this big large vase that I had gotten from Kirkland's years and years ago. And I used some really pretty flowers mixed with the olive leaves. And I loved it so much that I actually didn't really want to change it for fall, but instead I just pulled out those summery flowers and replaced them with some fall stems. And I love how it turned out. Next, I just went through and changed out the throw pillow covers. You guys know I love using pillow covers. I typically get them from Amazon, which is where these ones are from, just because they are very affordable and they have a huge selection. There's actually a certain kind that I've been looking for. They're kind of like a vintage traditional. I'll put them up on the screen, but I don't really know where to find a good selection of them. So if you have seen them before, let me know in the comments. But I also wanted to shout out this blanket. This is like the coziest blanket I think I've ever bought. Everything is all decorated. I'm loving the vibe in here. It's like very, very cozy. So tonight we are going to make some sausage and gnocchi soup. It's actually something that you can make in the Instant Pot. You could also make it in the crock pot. You would just have to brown your meat first, whereas in the Instant Pot, you can kind of do it all in one pot. I love this recipe because it comes together in no time and then it cooks in like 10 minutes and it is so good. It's also paleo, but if you're not eating paleo, you're not gonna miss like having any of that heavy cream or anything like that. And as always, there will be a recipe card up here on the screen, so you can go ahead and screenshot that, print that off, whatever you'd like. But let's go ahead and make dinner. For this sausage soup recipe, this is so simple. Literally, you're just going to chop up your onion and throw your sausage, onion, and garlic into your Instant Pot and saute that for a few minutes. Then you're just going to turn your Instant Pot off, go ahead and add in your diced tomatoes, Italian seasoning, along with some chicken stock. I'm just using the Better Than Bouillon. You're gonna give that a good stir and then put the lid on, make sure that it's sealed, and then just cook it on manual pressure for 10 minutes and then just let it do its thing. While that's cooking, I'm just going to rinse and chop up my kale. You can use kale or spinach. And also I wanted to mention, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can definitely do this in your slow cooker as well. You would just go ahead and saute the onions and sausage and everything in a regular pot and then transfer that to your slow cooker. But the recipe card that I shared has both instructions, so you're good to go no matter what you have. Okay, so now that everything is nice and cooked, because we cooked it in the Instant Pot, it did not take any time at all just to get all those flavors to really meld together. So now we are going to actually press the cancel, and then we'll press the saute function on your Instant Pot. And then we are going to add in the coconut milk, about 1 cup. I'll also add in this cauliflower gnocchi, and this is not going to take long to cook at all, like 2 to 3 minutes, so it's almost done, but definitely you don't want to like overcook it. And then last but not least, we are going to add in our kale. You can also use spinach. You want to use roughly 3 cups of kale. Now this looks like a ton of kale, but anytime you add greens, like, you know, it just wilts down so quickly, so this is not going to be anything crazy. And we'll let this just saute for a few minutes and then we'll enjoy. Next, you can add some salt and pepper to taste and you're good to go. I first of all have to say I cannot believe that we are nearing the end of this year. This has been kind of a wild year, but more than anything, it has just flown by insanely fast. Like, it feels like we're maybe still in April or something, and here we are actually in September, and it is just like hard to believe for me. I don't know if it's been that way for you. I know things feel differently for everyone, but it's just been a crazy fast year. But anyway, I know today's video is a little bit longer than it's been lately, so hopefully you enjoyed just hanging out with me a little bit longer today. Early this week, we are starting on our Pepto-Bismol pink bathroom, so stay tuned because that's not coming next Monday, but it will be done the following Monday. I cannot wait to share that with you guys and see the magic happen right before my eyes. It is going to feel so good to get that bathroom all done. But next week I have some really fun videos for you, so stay tuned for those. And if there are any specific fall videos or any videos in general that you want to see on my channel, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. I'm always taking video recommendations, and I'd love just to hear what you guys are interested in watching. Thank you so much for hanging out today. If you are not subscribed to the channel already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It is free, but that way you'll get notified of all the future videos that I'll be uploading. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.